Everything in my life changed and turned around. My writing took off. I wrote a book that became like international bestseller. World, all of the stuff that came, it came when I got that rage and anger.
What do you think happened? What do you think happened? Because he was always there with you. He was always loving you. He was always proud of you. He was always appreciating you.
Really?
He was always, well, because he's source energy. So that's how he was feeling.
Even while he was here on this planet?
Oh no, he was all pinched off then.
Yeah, he was in jail.
But once he reemerged into non-physical,
right,
he was in that place of pure positive energy, and his influence is strong. So, and your desire to understand all of this, your desire to teach this, your desire to let go of the resistance that's holding you back. In other words, when you forgive someone, what you do is you let go of the resistance that's keeping you from your alignment. And it really doesn't have anything to do with...
So yeah, see, back to that once again, is that she's explaining it now as well, is that once you actually stop holding back this resistance, stop holding back or start holding on to this anger and this guilt and whatever it may be towards someone else, you start to flow. You start to have this natural flow. You start to have this glow about you that you start to move forward with no problems because you have released all this resistance. So you're really actually thinking you're hurting somebody else by holding on to a bunch of things that are not serving you. In reality, it's actually hurting you. So yeah, it doesn't make sense to hold on to something that is, first of all, is not serving you and stopping you from moving forward and you being a better person. So yeah.
Object of resistance. Feels like it because that's what you're focused upon, you see. But what we're asking you is, what do you think happened? What do you think happened? You went there with strong desire. You went there with desire. Could you articulate that?
Yes. Well, I can articulate to the point of saying I went there. I wanted to find out. I wanted to see his death certificate. I wanted to know if he even acknowledged that he had a son named Wayne. I just wanted to know.
So your bitterness was still really, really strong.
But there was something that was driving me. My other two brothers, they couldn't care less about it at all. They just, and well, my mother would never talk to me about it. She just said he was an asshole. That was her.
What drives you?
My mother never used language like that except that one time.
What drives you is the trajectory of well-being. What drives you was the understanding that you didn't come to be a dependent on someone else. You didn't come to use someone else as your object of attention, to use as your excuse for not coming into alignment. And so something happened in that moment that caused you to let go of that. Maybe it just got old. Maybe it just felt futile. Maybe you felt the ridiculousness of it. Maybe it had just gone on too long. Or maybe there was a reset button. Maybe you had found a desire that was stronger than your old beliefs. And for just a moment, the desire took precedence. You see what we're getting at? The desire that's coming forth from within. We've written a handful of books, and in all of the books have been processes. And every process is written to help someone find a way to release resistance. And some of them, we sort of encourage you to hit it head on, but those processes don't work very well for people because usually when you've got a habit of thought, you've got a habit of thought. So something happened to you that caused you to cease the momentum that you had going for so long and feel for a moment the fullness. And so what we want to say to you felt was the powerful God force love that was pouring through your father, your non-physical father, focused upon you, wanting you to feel it. And so the best way for us to say it is that his love was stronger than your hate. And he caught you at a weak moment, and you felt it. And that's what we're talking about all day. In other words, people will...
So basically what she's saying is that because his father made this transition and that he's part of non-source, he's part of this, he's part of this source energy. And at this particular time, as he was going to maybe to the dad's grave to do these nasty things that he was talking about, that energy of his dad has poured in him, that non-physical energy has poured through him to actually make him release resistance to forgive his dad at that time so he can move on and go on with his life. So it was that non-physical energy of his dad which kind of went through him, and actually got him to start thinking a different way to make him want to move forward with his life and release resistance. So yeah.